Welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And with me, as always, I've got Enda, but we've got the man with us
The
fighting this
man
weekend.
is back.
We better hurry up because he's
Mate.
already told us to hurry up.
No, I've got all the time in the world, lads. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
But no, Brad, thanks for joining us. Big fight this weekend. We're just going to cast back quickly. Me and Enda watched you against Jez Smith. I have to say, for me, one of the fights of the year. That was an absolute war. I know Enda was the same. It just, two guys going.
Well, didn't we tell Sky? We all told them in advance.
Hopefully they've learned a lesson this time, and I'll be getting a good slot on Saturday.
Well, here's the thing: do you want the slot on Showcase where you're free to everyone, or do you want to be on the pay-per-view?
Oh no, I'm not asking. I'm just happy to be here, mate. Put me on YouTube again.
Oh yeah, you're the YouTube king.
Yeah, I am. I'm the Jake Paul of boxer.
If you're getting the same money as Jake Paul, happy days.
No, I won't be complaining. Put me on YouTube all day.
So, Brad, when do you find out where you are on the list? When do you actually find out?
I'm at the public workout tomorrow, so I'll probably get a little bit more clarification, or maybe the press conference on Thursday. I was at Williams Eubank last weekend, and I spoke to Andy Scott and a few others, and they said I think I'm probably going to get a good slot.
Well, I mean, when you got fight of the night, and we were all giving it all that to boxers, and we told you it was going to be fight of the night.
Yeah, hopefully they've learned a lesson, haven't they? And they won't be making that mistake again.
Just quickly, I've had a message from my wife. Oh, there is my favourite. I know she's not talking about me. Possibly Enda, but I think it's Brad. It's that.
That's
smile,
mate. That's me. Sending love.
All right, mate. All right.
Yeah, because what you gonna do, Joel?
Nothing, to be honest. But Brad, 11 fights, 11 wins, 4 knockouts now. You're coming off the back of a great win against Jez Smith, as we were saying. Another undefeated fighter this weekend. Do you know much about him?
Yeah, so my team have actually been up against McCarthy before. He is undefeated. He's got 1 draw in his record. His draw was against Chris Blaney, who is an ex-stablemate of mine, ex-Hatton boxer. So my coach Blaine and Ricky have been in the corner against McCarthy before. Got a draw, but it's going to be a different result this weekend. There's a different fighter in the corner, and I think he's in for a surprise.
Yeah. Where are you hoping this will take you after this fight? Is that one step closer to that title you're after?
Yeah, this year I feel like I'm at that point now where I want to get in title fights. It's going to be my last scheduled 8-rounder, I think. Get on the 10-rounders, maybe 1 10-rounder, get some rounding on the belts, and then whoever's got that English title, they won't notice that I'm coming and I'm gaining ground.
Yeah. So do you literally want to build your way up? So go in at the English and then go for the British, the Commonwealth. Did you want to literally collect it?
Yeah, definitely. That's the route I want to go, and I've always wanted to go. I think it's a really good way to call it character building. By the time them big fights come at like British title level, I've been in a few kind of tough fights where I've had to answer questions and I'm not just being thrown in at the deep end, and that's why these kind of fights with Jez Smith and the likes of that, it's why I'm willing to face these undefeated lads, or these lads who are really coming to win. I'm just I'm gaining experience by the time these bigger fights come, and I'd box for the Central Area title if there was anyone to box for it, but it doesn't look like there's any opponents there. But I feel like I'm at that stage now where we can just jump in, and I'm ready for some kind of title. And I think at some point this year that English is what's on my mind.
Yeah, because I remember after the fight, everyone was saying, "Oh, they'd love to see that again for the English title over 10 rounds." Like, you know, everyone was clamoring for it. You know, but so I mean, absolutely, I think there's an appetite there for it, you know, and the media were saying it, so it's definitely something. Because Jez now, obviously very popular fighter as well, and like yourself, he's not afraid of a good dust up, and I see now he's down to fight uh Hamza Shiraz for the WBC international silver middleweight title on David Anisium's fight under Frank
Yeah.
Warren.
So,
So
that's a tasty fight for me. That, you know, obviously Shiraz has moved up now to middleweight after the Skeet fight, and you know, it's no easy fight for your first one at middleweight, and I'll be out to try and.
Would you like the winner of that fight?
I'd love the winner of that. Yeah, you know, I think both very good fighters. Shiraz is a good fighter, but you know, these are the type of fights I want to be in. You know,
Absolutely,
like you know, I love it,
yeah.
enjoy it.
Well, I mean, the crowd love it. Like, I mean, you're a fighter that before Joel's interview, before your fight, not the fight against, not the fight. Sorry, not the fight against Jez, but the fight against Lee Cutler was the first fight kind of I saw you fighting, and that was an absolutely storming barnstormer.
Yeah.
And you really, because I mean, you were both undefeated, like, and you both put it on the line, and you really made a mark for yourself. And then another mark then with Jez, where you really put people on notice. You know, you're like, yeah, this is one to watch, and this is an exciting fighter. And you know, I mean, if you look at the socials, everyone was buzzing about that fight, you know, from that evening. I mean, you know, everyone, and not just like, you know, us guys that hadn't kind of seen you before, whatever, but even new people were like, and we were like, anyone that watched the later on, we were like, watch back Bradley's fight. And I mean, Sky put it up on YouTube straight away, like, you know, because they know you're the YouTube king.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, no, I think it's, you know, Brad, we've spoke a couple of times now, mate, and you know, got to know each other, and it's that kind of, you're a likable guy, you're honest, you know, you've got a direction, you know what you want to do, and you know, you're not out there to just go, right, oh, I'm going to go straight for that. You're realistic. You want to build your way up and build your profile, like you were saying, and I think people really appreciate it.
And you give the public very entertaining fights.
Yeah, and
yeah, you know,
that's
it. I'm genuinely just myself. You know what I mean? And people seem to warm to it, so you know, that's a positive. But you know, I've shown in these last two fights where I've stepped up in opposition that that, you know, no matter what it is that I'm gonna bring, it's gonna be entertaining. Whether it's a 1-round demolition job or an 8-round war, you know what I mean? I'm gonna bring excitement, and I want to put bums on seats. I want people to want to tune in and watch me. And you know, on Saturday night, I'm just gonna try and do that again. I'm gonna try and entertain. You
absolutely,
know,
absolutely. Because
in whatever way that is, you know, it don't matter.
Yeah, because I reckon there'll be a great atmosphere in the Manchester.
Yeah, definitely. What a card to be on, Brad. What a card to be on. The card that people have been calling for the past 10 years. And you know, I'm gonna be cheeky. Who you got, Brad? Come on. You've got to have thought about this.
You know what? I've been changing my mind ever since it's been announced, but now it's I'm going for Khan. I think Khan on points. And I just think, you know, although Khan's had a few heavy knockout losses, I think the losses that Brook's had, especially Golovkin and Errol Spence, I think it's taken more from him, you know, than
they were smash ups, weren't they, mate? They were smash ups.
Yeah, and although, you know, he's not the fighter he once was, and he's probably not as fast as he was, I think a slow Khan is still very, very, very fast. And if Brook's timing's not quite there, I think he'll be able to capitalise on that.
Well, Brad, I think you're wrong, but
I think you're right, Brad. Don't mind him.
Yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised whatever way.
But like that, I mean, I've been chopping and changing all week too. But like you said, I think Amir Khan's kind of just, his fundamentals are just so good that that could be what see him kind of through to the end, because he's been in with literally everybody. You know what I mean? So he's been at the very, very top. So it'll be a very interesting fight. But and have you met
I think the fact that they both are a little bit past it, and they're not the fighters that they were, I think that makes it more exciting. I think it makes it a better fight.
Definitely.
I think they'll make mistakes, and they'll be getting hit more, and it'll make it an
exactly
fight.
Yeah. They'll be a bit it'll be more of a fight, as you said, than a kind of a chess match that might have been if they were both at their peak. I saw Bud Crawford was around. Have you met up with him?
Seeing that, I'm not at the hotel yet. I think we're going tomorrow, but I seen that, and that's one of my goals for this week. I want a picture with Crawford.
Oh mate, I think everyone does. Everyone does.
What a fighter, and I've got one. I've met Usyk. I've had a picture of Usyk, and then I'll just have to tick Canelo off, and that's my top 3 pound for pound of all net.
Absolutely.
Well, Brad, hopefully we will get to meet you one day, and then we can tick that off. I've obviously got memorabilia, signed stuff behind me, so when you've won your fight and you've got a bit of time, just send one in the post.
I'll send you some out, mate. Don't worry about
that. Absolutely.
But honestly, Brad, it's a pleasure having you on, as always. We know you want to go and watch the Manx. What's your prediction for that as well?
Probably about 12-0 or something.
To Porto.
No,
we'll look back at this one. That'll be an interesting one.
Porto, you're playing Sporting Lisbon. What am I talking about?
We've got Aaron that's jumped in the chat. He's put, can you give a shout out to Sophia? It's my little niece. She's watching you at the moment.
Big up. It's a family affair, innit?
Always, mate. Always.
Part of the Sting Army.
The wife's jumped in and said he's also got good hair. Mate, honestly.
Bit of a better at the moment. I need my pre-fight haircut.
Mate, I don't think she'd worry about you having bed hair, mate. She probably likes the bedhead look. Good luck, Brad. We'll all be rooting for you, as always, she said. Always rooting for you. So,
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
This channel is 100% behind Bradley.
Yeah,
definitely.
No matter what nationality you face, we'll back Bradley.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, even against his own. But yeah, Brad, thank you very much for coming on.
Rose before potatoes.
We wish you all the best for Saturday, mate.
Yeah, thanks so
just
much.
Enjoy the moment.
Top talking to you again.
Cool, absolutely. Knock them out.
Speak to you soon, lads. Bye.
Bye.
See you, mate.
Cheers.
Bye. Well, Enda, you did well. You did well. So we got Bradley Rea on. Top guy, really lovely
absolutely.
guy.
Everyone that met or even seen Bradley just speaks so highly of him. He's such a nice guy, and then he gets in the ring and he just gives 100%, and he's willing to have a war. He's willing to knock someone's spark out. He'll do it. I mean, he's not in a boring fight anyway, and I think that's why Sky put him on this box office bill. And I mean, his name's high up on the poster. It's because he's done what he's done, and he deserves to be there. So I mean, it's great for him.
Well, there we go. Bradley Rea versus Craig McCarthy this weekend. We don't know where he is on the card, but we don't really care. We're just glad he's on the card,
and we'll be watching it.
We'll be watching it. We'll be doing our live watch along on Saturday. A special, but yeah, I'm sure he'll watch it back. He has before, so yeah, we wish him all the best. We wish Craig McCarthy all the best as well.
Absolutely.
We both hope all fighters are healthy and okay on the night.
I hope it's a great fight. Best wishes to both of them.
Yeah, Enda, thank you very much for arranging it. And
no problem, buddy. It's great to have you back.
Well, thank you very much. Good
great
to
have
be
you back on Twitter too.
And well, how can I get you on Twitter, Enda?
Well, they can get me the EFB man, but that's not important. What's important is to get it at JG's Fight Talk. It's back, and follow click the follow button there in JG's Fight Talk, and you'll be notified then of everything that's coming up and everything Joel has up his sleeve.
Well, there we go. Moving on from my sleeve, have some of this.
Have it.
Are you ready?